What's good? We're back. Triple P Paul Pickett Podcast. I'm your host, the one and only Paul Pickett, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for sports, music, politics, and world events. Before I get started, don't forget this podcast is sponsored by Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz. Also, New Litter Apparel at newlitter.com and Dizzle Brand. Check out dizzlebrand.com. Dizzlebrand at dizzlebrand.com. Also, before we get started, hit that click now, subscribe button. Hit that like, share, comment. Please show your support. So I got a few topics to get into. Alabama crushed Miami, the Hurricanes, 44-13. Once again, Alabama. What's to say, man? Roll Tide looks like they're gonna roll Tide over everybody. Um, we got the Bucks beat the Cowboys 31-29. I was going to watch the game last night, but it was like an hour long just for the. I hate these little hour long intros, man. I don't want to see an hour of y'all talking and shooting fireworks and stuff, man. I want to see the game, So I watched the highlights, and based on the highlights, I'll tell you this much: Dak looked good. Zeke looks terrible. My opinion, Zeke's done. His career is over. Dak Prescott is earning his money. He's definitely got enough. Dak Prescott's got enough wide receivers where the Cowboys should have no problem scoring. They shouldn't have no problem scoring. And that, even though it was game one, I mean, they scored 29 against the Bucks defense, which shut down the Chiefs, mind you, in the Super Bowl. And even though it's a Super Bowl, dudes do play hard. It's game one. I mean, the Bucks got all their starters back. Dak just came back off injury. He looks good. He looks good. If Zeke can get anything going, I mean, at least 80 to 90 yards a game rushing, Cowboys should be fine. They should win the division. I mean, the Cowboys look like a competent team. They look like a very competent team. Like they could win some games, win the division, and get to the playoffs. I was highly impressed with Dak. Highly impressed. The Bucks. I don't know. Nobody's gonna stop the Bucks. Tom Brady's got too many weapons, man. He's got too many weapons. Some big plays. Antonio Brown and a touchdown. Gronkowski. Now they got Gronkowski in the mix from day one. Last year, they didn't have Gronkowski a lot at first. And then more Gronkowski, the more the offense just opened up. You got Godwin, Evans, Scotty Miller. Like, Brady's got too many weapons. Too many weapons. I think both teams should feel good about, even though the Cowboys lost, they should feel good. I know Stephen A's how if anything could go wrong, it will. But I don't know about that this year for the Cowboys. They look like a competent team. Their defense had a few turnovers. They needed to capitalize a little bit more. They had some drops early on. The Cowboy fans should feel a hell of a lot better this year than last year, and the Bucks fans definitely should feel pretty great. But yeah, Zeke, I mean, 30 yards. They talking about he looks like he's in the greatest shape, like the best shape of his life in the last two years or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it, man. I think Zeke really is done. Running backs only got their shelf life for a running back is like to really be on top, like just peak years, 2 to 4 years, man. 2 to 4 years, peak years for a running back. Look at Le'Veon Bell. Left the Steelers, ain't been same since. You know, really 2 to 4 years, man. That's it. And whatnot. But yeah, good game. Both teams should feel happy. Dak looks good. Dak seems like he's gonna earn his money. Um, Zeke, they just need Zeke to step up. They need their defense to play consistent, and it'll be good to go. Don't forget hit that click now subscribe button in the right hand corner. Also, don't forget check out that Dizzle brand, cognac, agave, tequila, orange liquor, mango mix, crisp lemon, and more. Don't forget the audio version of my podcast goes to Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon, Odyssey, Castbox, Deezer, iHeartPlayer FM, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Stitcher, TuneIn, and more. Or you could Google the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka the Common Sense Podcast. All right, I'm gonna get into a topic. It's a topic I seen him talking about on a YouTube video just earlier, where Biden is mandating 80 million workers to be vaccinated. Um, if y'all don't see what's happening in this country under Biden and them, like they're basically taking away everybody's freedoms. Everybody's freedoms. Like this is the problem with working for the man, because the man can control your life, tell you what to do. You can't come to you can't get you can't work at this job if you don't got slippery shoes or these kind of pants or this kind of shirt or you know this that and the third. Now it's if you don't got a vaccination, if you're not vaccinated, you can't work a job. You know what's crazy? If there's somebody like me who hasn't been sick in 2.5 3 years, I'm not at risk to get anybody sick. I'm at risk to get sick. So why do I got to get vaccinated? And when it's I'm at risk of getting sick. I'm not at risk of getting people sick, but I choose not to get vaccinated because I'm not scared to die. First of all, death comes to us all, and we all die in unhealthy manners, anyways. Heart attacks, strokes, cancer, whatever. You act like we die healthy. Um, and if I haven't been sick in 2.5 3 years, it's not my responsibility to prevent other people from getting sick when I don't get sick. And I'm not sitting there making them their responsibility to prevent me from getting sick when I'm around them. It's my responsibility. That's the problem. People just need to worry about themselves. But the government wants to take away our own personal responsibility to ourselves. They want to take our own personal choice to ourselves, our own freedom. Like this idea that we need government even to tell us that you have a choice or freedom is bogus, man. It's your life. It's your life. You can choose to do what you want to do. It's your life. And if there's a job that's going to prevent you from going to work if you're not vaccinated, that job doesn't really care about you anyways. All they care about is the politics, how the narrative, how things look, Like all this COVID thing has been politicized, man. Like it's you got half the people vaccinated and they act like they're heroes, which they're not, because it's your personal choice. You know, what's heroic about that? Then they want to call the people that's not vaccinated domestic terrorists and the enemies because they don't want to give up their personal choice. And if they're like I said, if they're like me, they ain't been sick in 2.5 3 years. I'm not I'm not risking nobody's life for getting sick. I'm the one at risk. And if I choose not to get vaccinated and take that risk, that's my choice. If I want to go swim with a shark, that's my choice. If I want to go jump off a bridge, that's my choice. And that's coming from a person who finally committed suicide. Because it was my father's choice to commit suicide. Like people choose to stress. People choose to fear things. If you choose to fear COVID, that's on you. You're a scaredy cat. You're a wuss. You're a wimp. You're a coward. I'm not. I'm not scared of COVID. I'd be more scared of a shark if I was in the ocean with a shark than getting COVID. I'm more scared to get bit by a poisonous snake, which is going to kill me a hell of a lot faster than COVID. I repeat, a poisonous snake is going to kill me a hell of a lot faster than COVID. You know, like they're definitely trying to control us. They're definitely trying to take away our freedom of choice, our freedom of risk. If we want to risk our lives, that's our choice. Nobody, no man on the planet gets to make, no man or woman gets to decide if another man or woman wants to risk their life for something. That's their choice. You know, like when I was watching Chicago PD yesterday, watching reruns, and Voight leaves one of the cops, gives the cops an hour to either turn themselves in or blow their brains out and they blues. And he's like, yo, if they choose to kill, dress in their blues and kill themselves, that's their choice. That's their choice. You don't get to make that choice for them. But the government's trying to make all these choices for us that they ain't got no right, no business making for us, man. It's borderline. It's borderline communist. It's all about control, you know. And they can push this narrative that it's about equality or anything about that. Hell no, it's lies. That is false. It's all about controls. They just use that narrative to help their argument. Oh, we're doing this for equality. No. And once again, we are not all equal on this planet. Stop it. There's plenty of people that I'm not equal to. There's plenty of people as athletes I'm not equal to because I'm not an athlete. There's actors I'm not equal to because I'm not an actor. But there's people that's not equal to me in marketing and advertising. This idea that an average Joe that knows nothing about marketing and advertising is my equal in marketing and advertising. You know what I think about that? Crumble. I mean, like, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's we are not all equal. Y'all gotta stop with this God created us all equal BS. We are not all the same smarts. Everybody's not the same smarts. And I don't care how much education you get, people like Elon Musk are just gonna be smarter. I don't care how much education you get, people like Elon Musk are just going to be smarter. I don't care how hard you work out to be an athlete. There's only one Michael Jordan. You know, there's only one Serena in female tennis. You know, there's this idea that everybody can be the same greatness, that we all are equal, we can achieve all the same exact things. It's bogus. It's fairy tales made up, imaginary, and I'm cool with that. I know that I'm not no LeBron James. I wish I was 6'9", 260 pounds. I wish I was LeBron James stature and I could play in the NBA, but I'm not. I'm a marketing and advertising guy. I promote music. Music is my thing, you know, and I'm cool with that. Even musicians, everybody can't be Drake, Kendrick, Rakim, Nas, whatever, whoever you want to name. Everybody can't be that. There is levels to this shit. How is there levels to this shit, but everybody's equal? No, that's a double standard. So yes, I'm saying there is African Americans that I'm not equal to. They are superior over me. I'm not Denzel Washington's equal. He is superior over me. I'm not Michael Jordan's equal. He is superior over me. Jay-Z is superior over me. I'm not his superior. He's my superior. There's plenty African Americans I am beneath in life. Plenty Hispanics. that have achieved far greater things than me, have done accomplished way more than me, that I'm beneath right now. Because there's levels to this shit. Now, if I rise up to them levels, then I'm not necessarily beneath them. Then we on the same level. This idea that we all equal is bogus anyways. We're not all equal. We're not all the same height, the same weight, the same size, the same smarts. No. We don't all make the same decisions. No. We don't all like the same things. We don't all have the same preferences. No. Do I believe in equal opportunity? Yes. Do I believe in equal outcome? No. No. Equal opportunity? Yes. Equal opportunity? Equal outcome? No. Because this idea that two people that have the same smarts should get this both they both get the same job. No, the person who works the hardest. There's a lot. See, that's the thing. Okay, if two people are qualified to do a job, then there's other things that they're the same exact qualifications. There's other things that come in play now. How dedicated are you? How hard do you work? What's your commitment like? Your ambition? Because you could have all the qualifications in the world. It doesn't mean you're dedicated. You work hard. You have ambition. You're committed. It doesn't mean any of that. Just because you have qualifications does not mean you will work hard. Work hard. And just because you got qualifications doesn't mean you'll do the job good. Plenty of people got qualifications and things, but they haven't even done the job yet. They go to college, get education, get qualified to do something, but they haven't really did it in the real world. They haven't really been hands on to doing this. There's a lot of things that go in play. And if you're not going to work hard at a job, why should anybody hire you? I wouldn't hire anybody. If I know right away that somebody's not going to work hard at a job that I'm hiring for, kick rocks. Kick rocks. I don't care how qualified you are for the job. If you're not going to work hard, kick rocks. Two middle fingers. Bam. Burn the road. You know. And I know I could throw two middle fingers up because Drink Champs is smoking chronic on YouTube. And I heard JJ Redick say fuck. You know. But so that's for y'all sensitive people out there. But yeah, man, this making people get vaccinated or they can't work a job. I'm gonna tell you what, that's not gonna bode well. Cause some 80 out of 80 million, if you think all 80 million of those are going to get vaccinated just because they want to keep the job, you're wrong. You're wrong. So even if you say America's already having problems hiring people because they're paying people to stay home. They make it more to stay home on welfares and all and unemployment and stimulus checks. So if you think all 80 million is just going to get vaccinated to keep their jobs, no, you're going to have millions of people that are going to say, nah, screw this. I'm going to go find another job, right? Or I'm gonna draw unemployment because they're going to be able to draw unemployment because you can't. It's unconstitutional. You can't force 80 million people to get vaccinated or they can't work. So you're going to have a lot of people go quit their jobs, and guess what? Those places are just going to be out of jobs. They're not going to be able to fill all those jobs right away because you already have a problem in America right now filling jobs. That's why my grandma posted the other day, if you can work a tablet, a cell phone, a video game, then you can work a mop and a broom. Meaning you can get a job. There's no excuse right now that anybody in America could say, I can't find a job. That is a lie. That is a complete lie. Right now, this very second, there is so many people that can't even, they're begging to hire people. Taco Bell just raised it up to $14 an hour. They're paying more than Chick-fil-A starting. $14 an hour. That's more than Chick-fil-A starting, who's making way more money because they can't get employees. This idea that somebody can't find a job right now is horseshit. It's lies right now. Maybe at some point before, but right now, this very day, there's nobody on this in this country that can give me a valid excuse of why they can't find a job. I'm telling you, they'll hire some felons right now. They'll hire a felon. All these fast food jobs are hired. All these fast food restaurants are hired. Every single one. Every single one in Fayetteville is hired. So I know every single one in the United States is hired. They will hire felons. So don't give me I can't get a job because I'm a felon right now. Stop it. Don't give me I can't get a job because I ain't got transportation. I ain't trying to hear it. I don't try to hear no excuse right now of why somebody can't get a job when all these places you see are clearly these places going out of business because they can't get enough workers. Tons of places go out of business because they can't hire enough people. Because all these people stay at home, get stimulus checks, welfares, and unemployments. And that's only going to last for so long. Let's go bite all these people in the butt. Let's go backfire. You know, fortunately, I'm a self-employed guy who wakes up every single day with the goal of making money every single day of my life. And I pretty much do. I might have one day go by, one day out of 360, 3 days maybe out of 365 days where I might not get an order. And that's because it's probably Christmas, Thanksgiving, or some other major holiday where they done spent all their money on that. But for the most part, I make money every single day. I have a goal making money every single day. I advertise my business every single day. You know? So a lot of y'all just ain't got no ambition. Y'all don't want to work hard. Y'all want everything handed to you in life. You know? And college degrees are overrated, man. I got no high school diploma. I'm self-employed for over a decade. Make money for the comfort of my own home. Don't have to leave. Order groceries on Walmart, whatever. But yeah, man. Just trying to force people to get vaccinated. I'm just glad I don't work for the man no more, because this is some BS. They're taking away. All they're doing is taking away 80 million people's freedom of choice, their freedom to risk their life, freedom of risk, freedom of choice, freedom of any. They're taking away your freedom. They're just controlling you. You know, basically, once they tell you you got to get vaccinated or you can't work, and you do that, they can pretty much tell you what they got you by the balls or the coochie if you're a female, because they got you. They got you right where you want you. They control you. They literally control your life as soon as you get vaccinated, just because you don't want to lose your job. They control you. You have no say so over your life whatsoever. You know, I got friends that had family members die two in 1 week with COVID, and he ain't rushing to get vaccinated. Now, if his job tells him to get vaccinated, that's a different story, he said. But because, you know, he got kids to take care of, he's got bills to pay, responsibilities, you know. But at the same time, once you do that, they control you. You have no say so in your life no more. Once one job does that, they all can do that. Once one job says you gotta work, you gotta be vaccinated to work here, they all can do that. It's like I said, man, like these double standards, you know. Once you take one thing and you say my body, my choice, all things can be my body, my choice. Same thing with the vaccine, you know. It's a double standard that y'all try to put out there. Y'all think these things only work for one thing and one thing only. No, once you claim, you know, these narratives over these one thing, we get to claim the same narrative over other